with President Washington on it. I gotta get, I put that in there incorrectly. There we go, that'll do it. You also get an original United States government uncanceled stamp right here. This one I think is from about 1975 or something like that, that you're gonna have. So you get the stamp, the presidential stamp, you get that, and you get the coin. So there's President 1, President 2, wait a second. There's President 3, Jefferson. That's a 2-cent stamp. When was the last time they put out a 2-cent stamp? So, I mean, so there's Jefferson and there's Madison. So there's the first four presidents with the stamps, the coins, and the 24-karat gold sheets, and that is $84.95. Not per president, for the entire book.
Oh, nice.
You get the entire book, 4 sheets of pure gold, 4 sheets of pure gold, 4 gem brilliant uncirculated sold out limited edition presidential dollars, and 4 gem uncanceled United States government issue stamps. Now, we have an auto ship with this. Let's go over here. I've never, this is what the entire, so again, so now we have James Monroe. Look at the James Monroe stamp. I mean, how many purple stamps are there out there? What is that, a 3-center right there? So these are like that. And then you're gonna have John Quincy Adams. We really had to hunt for the John Quincy Adams stamp, so I gotta be honest with you. And so you go right there. And there we're gonna have Andrew Jackson. Then you have Martin Van Buren. So you have stamps for each and every one, $84.95. That comes next month.
Okay.
And then we go over here, and then we have William Henry Harrison, and we have John Tyler. Excuse me. Same thing, presidential dollars, the sheets of 24-karat gold exclusive to us. There's James Polk, Zachary Taylor, and you go forward with each and every one of the United States presidents all the way on up here. Check this out. Well, there's Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford. There is actually a Richard Nixon stamp, believe it or not.
Oh, there is?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then they have President Ronald Reagan, and that is the Reagan stamp right there. And then I did one right here because that's the reverse of the coin, the Statue of Liberty. So we did a Statue of Liberty dedication, and there's the maker of the Statue of Liberty, the special stamp right there. So when you get done with this, you're going to get, you know, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you get 10 books, you get 40 stamps, you get 40 sheets of gold, you get 40 presidential dollars, you get the entire thing. Sign up right now. This is what it's gonna look at, and look at this. Every one of them comes in this absolutely stunning book. Oh yeah, well this is the way it comes to you. So this is, each one contains 4 presidents with the presidential dollars, the 24-karat gold sheets, the original uncanceled stamps that you're going to have right there. And like I said, these are our proprietary sheets of gold that you're going to have for the presidential dollars as well. So you're gonna get 40 sheets of gold, you get 40 presidential dollars, you get 40 original stamps, all in this. Get in the auto ship. Like I said, you get this, and only 9 shipments, you'll have the entire collection. It is one of the most historically, numismatically, museum-oriented programs we have ever been able to offer.
I'm assuming with that auto ship program, you're going to keep the enrollment at a pretty small amount.
Yes, very much so, because of the stamps and the coins as well have made it very, very difficult to get. Like I said, you know, you know, some of these stamps are extremely difficult to get. Right here, like I said, the Zachary Taylor is very difficult. This John Quincy Adams is difficult in terms of the stamp. And like I said, the Martin Van Buren's a really hard stamp to get, okay, that you're gonna have. This is an 8-cent stamp. So you can understand a lot of these stamps are 20, 30, 40, 50 years old that we were able to get.
Find one uncirculated.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we got to find original sheets of these things. Andrew Jackson's a 10-cent stamp that you're going to have. Grover Cleveland, a 22-cent stamp. I mean, when was the last time we did 22-cent stamps? It's got to be 15 or 20 years ago. So you've got every single one of these in the American Presidential Series. You've got a bunch of these, and then of course some great stamps with this. And I love the one right up here where we start to get colored stamps with Gerald Ford right up here. But this, the Statue of Liberty, the extra coin that comes in that, I think is spectacular with that Statue of Liberty, the maker of the Statue of Liberty on that special stamp that you're going to see right up there. Also a 22-cent stamp, and of course there's the President Reagan stamp. A little newer, 37-cent stamp that's going to be right there, and that's how you're going to get those. So great opportunity, one call gets them all.
I'll tell you what, it is so hard
each
to not...
book is $84.95, by the way, not each president.
Right, but it's so hard for me to not just just grab these off the display and just start reading? I mean, seriously.
Because that's what you're going to end up doing.
Because that is exactly what you're going to do. You know, I would love to see one of your staff meetings. So I want to sell these quarter sets for less than the government. You know, then so I want to take sheets of gold.
So are we still getting paid this week?
Exactly. And print on them.
Right.
Sheets of gold, I want to print on them.
Exactly.
It's like they're checking the water. It's like, what in the world is Mike up to?
Now, they say that a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
They say that a lot.
There you go.
Right.
Well, Mike Mizak is here. By the way, we have turned the page over to another hour of our Coin Collector. Mike does have another series in a primetime block coming up tonight. Is it a 2-hour show that you have at 8?
2 hour, yeah, 8 to 10.
But a good portion of what we're showcasing tonight, I would guess, would already either be sold out or in even smaller quantities when you see Mike at 8. So whenever you see what you like, I would definitely recommend it for you. Now, what's going on?
It's pretty historic.
Okay.
With this, I told you that the United States government released for the very first time, a pure silver proof set.
Right.
Pure silver coins. This is the pure silver set.
Oh, it is,
that you're going to have right here. So they released in the silver proof set, in the pure silver, there were 7 coins.
Okay.
There were the 5 quarters. There is the Kennedy $50 and the Roosevelt dime. Excuse me. 1,119 sets. First day of issue exclusive to us.
Okay.
Quantity left is very important on this. I debuted this last week, but I think we sold at least 200 or 300 sets, something like that, very, very, very quickly. I'm sorry, my mistake. I sold 600 sets.
I know, because I'm looking at my quantities here, Mike, and I'm like,
okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so 575.
Like, okay.
So here's what I can tell you. They will sell out today.
Yeah.
Okay, because I did a brief mention on these 2 weeks ago, and we sold apparently well over half. Oof. So here's what it is. So it's exclusive to us. This is, and understand, look at the, first of all, you get the red oak presentation box. So that, I think, is $39.95 by itself. So that gets us down to $240, $239. This, I think, we sell that for $199, something like that. So that leaves us $50 here.
Okay.
You find this coin for less than $130, $140 for the Kennedy, you need to buy it right away, particularly first day of issue. Yeah, I cannot impress upon you enough the historical significance and the collectability of this coin. Now, understand, they are all firsts. The quarters, I mean, there's 5 of them. They're the only 5, but it is a set, so you have that. But now you have the only pure silver Roosevelt dime. So when you take unique Roosevelt dimes, like the first reverse proof Roosevelt dime, or the 1996 mint set Roosevelt dime, you know, those are coins that are $100, $125, $150. That coin falls into that category. But this Kennedy $50, and you could literally, without the Kennedy, easily spend $279 for those 6 coins. But now you put in this. For instance, we had this coin in first day of issue by itself, just the Kennedy. Here, we had 1,364 of them. I forget because we sold it out in 8 minutes, all 1,300 coins. Wow. In 8 minutes in one show 3 weeks ago. So right now, either in the complete set, and for Annex, the complete set first day of issue is sold out. The single coin is sold out. The only way right now to get Annex first day of issue is the 7 coin set.
Oh, no kidding.
I could make an argument, and I think a fairly compelling argument, that the Kennedy $50 is worth $279.95. Because the United States government has been making the Kennedy $50 now for 55 years. You know how many of them have been pure silver, 9999 fine? That would be one. That would be this coin.
No kidding.
That's right. They made silver Kennedys in 1964 that were 900 fine silver. In 65 to 70, they were 400, 40% silver. Then they didn't start making silver Kennedys again until 1992 in the special silver proof sets, but they were 900 fine. So here's this situation. So now you have a coin that, by virtue of it being pure silver, is already spectacularly collectible because it is 100% unique. Now, I want to do something here. There's a nationally advertised catalog. They have a Kennedy $50. The silver Kennedys by themselves tend to be spectacularly collectible coins.
I was going to say, people look for those coins.
The 2012 silver Kennedy, which is unremarkable other than the mintage is a little bit low. not certified, not graded, not pure silver, in the nationally advertised catalog, $275 for the 2012. Relatively unremarkable in any respect other than it's a bit rare. Now you have a coin that currently is every bit as rare as that coin, but it's pure silver, it's certified, and so that's why I would say $279.95 for this coin is a relatively reasonable price, but I'm gonna give you all the silver coins. You get the entire set that you're going to see here. You get all 7 of them. And you get them in the red oak presentation box.
Wow.
So like I said, absolutely, truly spectacular opportunity. So we had those quarters, but these quarters are certified perfect. Now, understand, to certify a coin, sorry about that, boy, we got the glares today, don't we? These silver coins are really hard because the lights in here are pretty bright.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons the government did these in pure silver, you don't even have to be a coin collector. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to have eyes to look at this and realize that coin is different. That this pure silver makes for a different coin. Look at that coin.
That's
it is truly spectacular and a work of art, just kind of unprecedented.
Nice.
So you're going to send in a silver proof set and hope to get a PR70 set. So let me do the math for you. Okay? It's $30 a coin to certify them. Times 7 is $210. Now you're going to have to send that registered certified mail to make sure it gets there.
Right.
They're going to send it back to you with one of the overnight services so that they can track it and do all that other stuff. With the red oak presentation box, with the certification in the box, you're a little over $300 right now. Whoa. That's assuming every single solitary one of your coins grades perfect 70. I can tell you for a fact that the Kennedy's only graded about 40%. So if you send in 100 sets, only 40 of them are going to be 70. The majority of the Kennedy half dollars do not meet the grade, and one of the reasons is because of the pure silver. Look at that mirror. Look at that finish. Anything shows up.
Oh, you're
anything. Strike-throughs, if there was a piece of dust on the die, it shows up as a spot or a nick or something in there. There was a whole bunch of them. We sent in 300 sets, got 070. There's a little mark in his neck. There must have been a little piece, so they might have wiped the die off and a little thread got on the die, and so that there's a little nick in his neck. So we have, we had hundreds of coins that are just, they're now proof 68s or 69s. So they're all 7 are perfect, including the Kennedy. We're going to give you the red oak presentation box. Like I said, $39, I think, 95 cents all day long for the red oak presentation box. 1,119 in the limited edition. Like I said, I thought I sold 200 or 300 last time we were here. It was more like 600. So we're now with 500 sets remaining. Now with 500 sets remaining, we'll probably go under that by the end of this show. I understand it's 2:13 a.m. Eastern time here. I understand not all my collectors are here, particularly since we have the 8 p.m. show tonight.
Right.
Now, if I have any of these left over, they will be in the 8 p.m. show. That's a guarantee.
Right.
But they will sell out in that show.
They will.
So today, this is the day you will have sellout. You will have sellout on this set today.
So
That's, I can just about guarantee that. Yeah, this is the last day.
Because one of the things that, well, and actually, you could even be watching us back on your DVR right now. One of the things that Mike's, hard collectors do is they record his shows and then they go back and they watch at a convenient time, in all likelihood before the 8 p.m. show, because they know what happens when he brings in something hot. Then they tape if they can't watch the duration of the overnight or the early morning hour, and then they watch, they shop, and then they call before Mike comes back on the air at 8 o'clock.
Doesn't always work out.
I know. So just keep that in mind, especially, this is unique for so many different reasons, and I know Mike was making the case. I mean, if you only got the Kennedy, of course, it pays for the purchase, but one of the things we normally do in shows here at HSN is what they call a back order or wait list. Now, I know, oh, he scoffs. Oh, he laughs.
Yes, I'm scoffing.
He's scoffing. But part of the reason I mentioned that is, so when this is gone.
Well, it's individually numbered.
Right.
I mean, I have 1,119. There's no wait list for the 1,119.
Right, so there's no,
Now, here's what I can tell you. What happens. You go out there and look for them.
Sure, okay.
Put Annex first day of issue 7-coin silver set.
All right.
Someone would have bought it here for $279.
Right.
Because I've seen this. We sold the rocket ship set. We have the special rocket ship set, $179 for the SP69PL and the PR70 Native American rocket ship, $179.95 on the HSN.com that we're going to have right there. You can go out there and find it for $399. There's lots of people offering them for $379 because they bought them for $179.
Sure.
And that's what you're going to see here once we sell out particularly. Right. And this will sell out. And this will sell out. Once again, I want to go back and explain the absolutely crucial, critical nature of this set. The fact that these are pure silver coins. The fact that these are the only pure silver coins ever made by the United States government outside of the American Bullion Program, outside of the American Silver Eagle, you know, the 5-ounce National Park program. That is the bullion program. They were never intended to be coins, is what they are. They're just intended to be bullion in essence, and they do these. But they've never done a $50. They've never done a dime. And I say that they've never done quarters. Technically, I guess they have. The big 5-ounce silver rounds are technically quarters. Okay? But they're really not quarters, okay? Because they're 5 ounces of pure silver. They're the size of a small dinner plate.
They are, wow.
We may have those on HSN, but that's part of the American Bullion Program. But in terms of Washington quarters and all, you know, these are the only pure silver quarters. This is absolutely the only pure silver $50. Not only Kennedy $50, but you go Kennedy $50, the only pure silver. You go back to the Franklin $50, none of them were pure silver. Walking Liberty $50, none of them were pure silver. Barber $50, none of them were pure silver. Seated Liberty $50, none of them were pure silver. Bust $50, none of them were pure silver. This is the very first one since, like I said, 1794, when they first started making coins here. They were all 900 fine. In 1794, when the United States Mint melts George Washington's personal silverware to make dimes for Thomas Jefferson, it was 900 fine silver. One of those 1794 half dimes, by the way, just hit the market. I think it was 1.4 million. It just sold for.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we got some pretty significant coins about to hit the market. So
wow, that's big news.
You know, the $1 million coins now sell every day. I remember back when I first started.
No, you're right.
And, you know, it was a big deal. The Liberty 1913 Liberty nickel was the first $1 million coin. Now, $1 million coins get sold every day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the way it is. It's just, there's no more popular collecting in the United States. But this, you don't need be a millionaire. You need to be a $279.95 heir to be able to get one of these, to be able to get this set with the red oak presentation box, all certified perfect. The first pure silver proof set ever made by the United States government that you're going to have right here. It is 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. I'm assuming we got probably about 500 sets of these.
Yeah, actually a lot fewer than that. Yeah.
Are we really? We're fewer than that at this point?
And that's why I would always recommend, when you see something that you like, you definitely should, we always recommend that you select it. Can I ask a stupid question? So what precipitated this? Like, why did they decide to do this? Well, hey,
they so don't tell us.
They just do what they want, don't they?
I mean, I can't tell you the number of coins that we've had that we didn't even know they were putting out.
Yeah.
And they just show up. Like the rocket ship set.
Sure.
They didn't even tell us that they were doing a special coin for the rocket ship.
Wow.
We get the coins and go, huh, how about that?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
No, certainly not us. I don't know why they would tell us. Now, I think we're about to show you some of the early fine quarters. Slight difference in that. I got a great story. I got a great story for the for those early fine quarters that you're going to have.
I like that.
Right.
Well, again, I really wouldn't. I know Mike's going to be on later at 8 o'clock, but this is one in particular I would not wait with. So I know a lot of you jot down item numbers, and maybe you're even watch again later on hsn.com. This is one that it'd be well to your advantage to take advantage of and then to select it early. So just consider that for what you will. 671-8995. Oh no, what is this?
This is the quarter. We're going to sell it. We're going to sell it for a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Why wouldn't we?
Why not?
Well, I mean, it's, as we knew, it's the most popular item in the show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and put this up here, then I'll switch them over.
Okay.
This is actually the Mint State 66. We have some of these, because I want to show you the West Point Mint. We get in right there, right kind of at the back of Washington's head. Right there is that W or West Point Mint.
Okay.
So like I said, this is the Great American Treasure Hunt. The United States government, and this is where I said the Mint, they don't listen to us. Actually, they kind of do a little bit. couple of years ago, one of our representatives, we were at a symposium. The United States Mint Director called in, and it was by invitation, a bunch of coin dealers and representatives. And of course, I had a representative there. Asked, what was going on? And our representative, as a matter of fact, said, what would be cool is it used to be fun that people could find stuff in circulation, find treasures. Sure. So put something cool in circulation. And here it is. So they did kind of listen. So what they did is they took all the Washington quarters that they're doing for the year. All the Washington quarters are Philadelphia Mint and Denver Mint, P's and D's. They make S mints, but those are the proof coins. Sure. The ones we just saw.
Right.
They made a very tiny quantity, less than 1% of the coins, well less than 1%, and put a West Point Mint mark on them, and randomly inserted them into circulation.
That's kind of cool.
And they literally called it the Great American Treasure Hunt. Because when you find one of these, regardless of condition, okay, it doesn't matter. As long as you can see that W, it's $30.
Wow.
$35. So kids, search through all of your 2019 quarters. If you find that West Point Mint, now, if you find it Mint State 65, you found in essence a $100 coin once it's certified. You find Mint State 66, it's $249 certified. Now here's the deal. So we've certified these PCGS. See where it says early find? Yeah. There's going to be 3 designations for this, because this is a whole brand new program. So we've always had early release and first day of issue and all that. Well, this is a different thing, right? Because they're not sold to anybody. They only go out they're just randomly inserted into regular coins that are out there. So there is, which we're already sold out of. We literally put it, I think we put it on the web, hsn.com, sold out instantaneously. First week of discovery. So from the time the very first one was found, within 7 days, if we could get them to PCGS, we had a handful of these, and you can almost add zeros to these, and those sold out first week. Early find is 30 days. So it was now less than 30 days ago, the very first West Point minted coin was found, and so that's what we call early find. And then after that, it'll just be West Point Mint after this. So this is a special designation with this early find. So that's why that says that, and why we have that in the description. Incredibly important to the value of the coin and to the collectability of the coin that it's an early find, okay? Because I think Monday's the cutoff day. Oh, so anything found after Monday, and there's only a couple of thousand coins that are out there that are going to be early find PCGS. It's not that many coins. So you've got a really significant rarity here that you can own, literally a one-of-a-kind, first off, one of the, number one for $99.95. For $99.95, I have had 400 coins. I don't know what I have left, but they will sell out today, 100% guaranteed. This might not even make it to the primetime show. So once again, now understand, so they put them into circulation. So what that means is, you have to understand, for a circulating quarter, Mint State 65 is gem brilliant uncirculated. That rattles around in my pocket for about 10 minutes, and we're about Mint State 63, because you're starting to get bag marks and all that and all that other stuff. So now we're just going to do that. There you go, a little bit of magic. Now we have Mint State 66s. Is what we've got. So this is 1 grade higher. So when you're looking at that, it's a little fuller strike, less bag marks. So what happens is literally as time goes on, as this is in change for a minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes or a week, and certainly 30 days, all of a sudden that grade degrades pretty quickly from Mint State 66. There are no Mint State 70s. There's no Mint State 69s. There's no Mint State 68s that I'm aware of. There's a couple of Mint State 67s out there. I've not seen one. I've heard that there was a couple of coins out there. I'm assuming they're going to be $5,000 to $10,000, something like that, particularly if it's early find. Oh, sure. Mint State 66 is the highest affordable grade at $249.95. I had about 10 dozen coins. And the way to get these is we bought some in the marketplace, and because we have other use, we buy what are called ballistic bags. Okay. There's 200,000 quarters in a ballistic bag. And we search through and try to find the little West Point minute coins. And on a good day, we search through 50,000 coins. If we can get a couple dozen of them, we've done pretty well. And then we literally have dump truckloads of quarters. Now, try to get rid of those.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're allowed $10 a day at the bank. Okay, so I mean, they won't take any more change than that. You know, we've already opened up the bag, so I don't know what we're going to do with $600,000 worth of quarters. But we'll figure that out later. And that's one of the reasons why we can get the high grade.
Right.
By the way, only 105 of these left.
Wow.
We started with 140 or 145, something like that. This will be a 100% sellout. Absolutely, positively guaranteed. As a matter of fact, this is going down. This is the highest available grade that I have seen out there. And we've gone through millions of quarters, literally, to get the coins that we have. I have no Mint State 67s, zero. Out of millions and millions and millions of quarters that we've gone through, I have gotten 0 Mint State 67s. Like I said, I've heard there's a couple out in the marketplace, 5 or 10,000. I've not seen one. This is the highest available grade. So of the millions and millions and millions and millions of quarters we've gone through, I had 145 of them.
I'll tell you what, when you put it in perspective like that, $249.95 is incredible.
And by the way, you know how many West Point minute quarters the United States government has ever done? You're looking at it. So not only was it cool, but it's the first with the West Point Mint as well.
Little American treasure right there.
Yes.
Hey, $10 off when you apply and buy on our HSN card promotion. Of course, you can call that toll-free number or join us at hsn.com. Much more to come with Mike. Some few surprises up our sleeve, as we like to do. Here's some info on Shop by Remote.
Think all remote controls are the same? Think again. Now when you're watching HSN and you see something you want, you can use your remote control to order it. It's fast, it's easy, and it's a safe way to order. With HSN, shop by remote.
Are you ready?
Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
I've spent a lifetime in the kitchen all over the world. And I've seen what it takes to make cooking easier, faster, and more simple. You don't need a professional kitchen to be able to cook a delicious meal. With the right kitchen tools, you'll be able to cook, create, and celebrate.
Don't miss the return of Curtis Stone's Kitchen Solutions, only on HSN.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Available on Apple and Android devices.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
All right, Mike Mezak is here. Another 30 minutes, last half hour. He is back at 8 o'clock tonight, but I always give you a degree of caution when I say that, just because we have so many people who shop after the fact. So my personal recommendation is when you see something during these next 25, 26 minutes or so, definitely shop. Here again, I'm just so fascinated hearing the stories and looking at the coins.
It has 2 perfect 5-star reviews. I've never aired it.
Oh, come on. Really?
Never. This is the first time it's been on the air.
That's wild.
2 perfect 5-star reviews.
How cool is that?
Check that out. Okay, $89. I've literally never aired it. So we have auto ship on this. Let me explain what this is. The United States government decides to do, we had the presidential dollar, which ended. So they wanted to do another cool special dollar. So they did this thing called American Innovators. And so they're going to start this year, and they're going to do 4 coins per year. Each state is going to have an invention, an innovator, something that's been done for each one. And so to kick this off last year, In 2018, in December the 14th, they put out this coin. Wasn't in the proof set, no other place. And this is exactly what you have, this American innovation. Oh, look at this statue. You said they're putting out gorgeous coins.
They're up in the ante.
Look at this. So now this PCGS Premier 100% exclusive to me. So we've got it absolutely perfect. PCGS Premier, like I said, 2 5-star reviews. We've never aired it. $89.95. Here's the cool part. We're going to give you flex pay.
Yeah.
On the first one. And then we're going to give you auto ship to get all of the coins going forward. Now, your price can never go up. Your delivery is guaranteed for only $89.95. Now, here's the deal. They're going to do these in 2019. They're not in the proof sets.
Oh.
Because they've already released the proof set. They're not in there. They're going to do them individually again.
Sure.
These will be this will be the rarest regular issue coin set ever put out by the United States government. And you are getting it in our exclusive PCGS Premier label. Like I said, that you're going to have PCGS Premier label, certified absolutely perfect, PR70 Deep Cameo PCGS. Here's the custom presentation box for only $89.95. Now, as I've been selling this year, I said I have no idea what the other designs are because they have not released them. They released them literally yesterday.
Oh, they did?
Yes. So they're going to do Pennsylvania is the polio vaccine.
Oh, no kidding.
The New Jersey, because they do them in the order of statehood.
Oh,
Pennsylvania, Delaware, New Jersey, Georgia, Pennsylvania. Okay, the first 4. New Jersey is Thomas Edison. It's this cool, it's a light bulb with buildings radiating out of it, representing the urbanization of America and the invention of the light bulb. Very cool. Georgia is the National Historic Garden. Started in 1790. It was the first experimental garden in America that started doing hybrids, that started doing plants for the agricultural part of America. Absolutely, positively incredible. And so those are the coins you're going to get. So now as they come out, since they're not in the proof set, they're going to be released individually. So the very first coin is going to be Delaware, okay? Delaware was an inventor. Oh my goodness, I forget it because I just saw it yesterday. It's the very first time. So there was an inventor from Delaware. She did the systemization of. Oh, I'll get to it. So that's the very first coin. You're going to get that for $89.95. Categorization of the stars. She did, yes. So she came up with the categorization of stars that came out in, I think it was 1870 or something like that. So it categorizes all the stars that all the astrophysicists and astronomers use. She did the categorization. She was from Delaware. So that's the very first coin. And so that comes out, that'll be your first auto ship at $89.95. Then you're going to get Pennsylvania with the polio vaccine. Right. Then you're going to get New Jersey, and then you'll lastly get Georgia for this year. And it'll be $89.95. Your price can never go up. Your delivery's going to guaranteed. It's absolutely 100% perfect, PR70, PCGS Premier, not available anyplace else. I can only tell you how gorgeous this is going to be, and I can't wait. These first coins that came out, the first designs, they just blew me away. The New Jersey dollar is going to be absolutely, positively ridiculous. It is so cool. It's so Art Deco. It's just spectacular. Now, this is the coin that starts it all, though. And look, if you don't want all the other ones and you just want the first one, you know, you have at it, because this is a special coin. It was released for 2 weeks. They made it for 2 weeks. They literally made this coin for 2 weeks. It will be one of the rarest regular issue proof coins ever put out by the United States government, period, because it wasn't in the proof set. So this is it. Now it says the American Innovation Series. They've never done like a launch coin before. They just went right into the series. State quarters, there wasn't a launch thing. Presidential dollars, they've never done that before. They did a precursor coin, a prequel, if you will. And if you look right there, that is George Washington's facsimile signature as it appeared on the very first patent of the United States. It was issued, what was it, July 21st, 1790 for potash, which is used in fertilizer. Samuel Moore, I believe was who it was, got that patent. And then this right here is the American Innovation Series dollars. This is really cool.
What's that?
That's a little sculpture.
Oh, it is?
Designed by James Earl Fraser, who did the Buffalo nickel.
Okay.
It hangs on the outside of the building. It's part of the sculpture as you enter the United States Patent Office.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, he was a sculptor, and while he did the Buffalo nickel, his work is everywhere in Washington, D.C. When you go into these places and you see all these sculptures, he did tons of them. And so he did, so a little coin trivia there. He also did that one as well. So like I said, we have, this thing had 2 5-star reviews, and you and I are debuting this. Now, given the fact that these coins are exceptionally difficult to get, okay, now imagine you're a grading company. You're a grader. Perfect is perfect.
Perfect is perfect.
Look at these fields.
Oh, man.
Look at these fields. Anything shows up in those. To get proof 70, we're talking about in the 2018s, we're talking about grading percentages that are low double digits, 10%, 15%, 20% grading on these coins. And every coin going forward, this is the common obverse, folks. So they're all going to be extraordinarily difficult to get in proof 70, deep cameo, absolutely perfect condition. Like I said, I mean, we can barely keep the studio lights off these things.
Kidding.
Is what you're looking at. The other side's a little easier to grade, but that huge open field that you see right there makes the perfect coin incredibly, phenomenally difficult to get. So here's what it is. You get the first one for $89.95. If you see fit, you can go on and get every single coin down the road. Only $89.95, certified perfect, PCGS Premier. Absolutely stunning opportunity for you to get what I believe to be, none of these coins will ever be released into circulation. Not the, obviously not the proofs, but neither the P's or the D's. This will be, in my opinion, the single rarest modern issue, by modern issue I mean 21st century, last 100 years, this will be the single rarest set ever put out by the United States government, and you have the flagship, the proof coin, certified absolutely, positively perfect in PCGS Premier.
So to ask you a stupid question, I mean, if you don't get the first one, it's like...
Can't get them all.
Yeah, well, you get them all. So, you know, if you don't get the first one...
You have to understand, the average proof set that the United States government made through the state quarters and all that, I think had about 1.5 million. That proof innovation dollar going to be at least 10 times rarer than that.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, at least 10 times rarer than that.
Tell you what, I know I'm enjoying all the information and all the stories, which, by the way, watch these shows just so you can win some kind of Trivial Pursuit contest, in your local area. See,
let's go ahead and open this up.
Speaking of stories and history, and I didn't even plan that.
Right.
I mean,
move this back.
This was made for this. Now, is this also brand new? Have you done anything like this?
We have just started doing this. Now, this is a kind of a cool thing.
Okay.
It's a kitty set.
Oh, I want to get this.
The United States government did these little kitty sets.
Yeah.
And they started off with what they called the rocket ship set. And it was no big deal. It had a little glow-in-the-dark rocket ship, and nobody really cared. And and then we got it. This is what I alluded to earlier. And it turns out that the Kennedy $50 in there was a special finish proof, proof-like 69.
Right.
So all of a sudden, that kitty set, which was originally $9.95 from the government, okay, now certified, for SP69PL, we have the absolute best price on the planet at $179.95. Sold out from the government, just gone instantaneously. Well, they had planned 2, quote-unquote, kitty sets for the years. And this is the second one. They called the Explore and Discover set. And they did this, and they did a penny. They did a penny planchet that you see right here, which is an unstruck coin. Only the second time they've ever included that in the history of the United States Mint. They did one in some obscure set in like 2004. There was another discovery set that they did that is. They did the nickel, and then they did the proof Native American dollar, the proof Kennedy, and the proof quarter. Well, as it turns out, the dime, they didn't tell us, SP69PL, just like the Kennedy $50. So we graded those, and that's the highest grade. There are no 70s, SP69PL. They just don't exist in that grade except the ones that we had, and we got rated. And they only did 50,000 sets, just like rocket ship. 929, exclusive to us. First day of issue. Now remember, with the rocket ship, it was basically just the Kennedy, $179.95. You get the dime for $99, and I'm going to give you the rest of the set. So you get all this. All you're missing is the little dime. Now, look right here. This is how the dime came. It's not like it was protected.
Oh, yeah,
all right?
I gotcha.
They just punched it. Somebody put it in there by hand. To get the SP69 proof-like on that is extraordinarily difficult because there was no protection for the coin.
None.
So when you close this up, if anything rubs against it, 68, 67, 66, just take it right on down.
Right.
We've had some graded as low as 64. I mean, for a modern issue coin right in an original government packaging, you know, getting an SP64 is very, very, very unusual. So this is the only special finish dime that we've been able to find in any of the modern issue sets put out by the United States government, so it's unique in that respect. There's only 929 of these coins. And then if you look at it, that proof Kennedy half dollar, and while proof Kennedy half dollars are special and collectible and desirable, understand by provenance, the fact that it comes in the Explore and Discover set,
I'm getting
makes this the rarest proof Kennedy half dollar ever done by the United States government.
Oh, no kidding.
Sure, there's only 50,000 that came in the Explore and Discover set.
Yeah.
There's only 50,000. So by provenance, now you're looking at a coin. Remember that 2012 silver Kennedy that's like $275?
Yeah.
That coin's only like 7 times rarer than that coin because it comes in this set, like we said, by provenance. The fact that the United States government, we sell certified penny planchets for $39.95 all day long, because for many, many, many years, they were only in essence considered an error. They were only considered an error because they came out accidentally. Other than, like I said, they did a little set, I think it was 2004, 2005, some ridiculous little set. Is the only other time that the United States government has released a planchet of any kind. So you have the penny, a planchet is just an unstruck coin. So that's what this looked like before the die smashed it. And that's what makes it, as you can see, it has this great finish to it as well because of that. So you have the planchet, you have the penny. So this is the set as it comes from the United States government, but I have certified, so I've taken the special dime, and they all have special dimes, but what they don't have is 69, SP69 proof-like dimes. That's what they don't have. And there's only 929 of these in existence in Annex first day of issue. Now the key is I think I sold these one other time.
Yeah, well,
I don't know what my quantity is left on it.
You sold like half the quantity.
I've sold already half the quantity. That's I would have guessed 200 or 300. I'm always wrong by about 200 or 300.
No.
So we're less than half of the available quantity on this. I'm assuming we're going to have a primetime presentation tonight. That's going to put us pretty close to sellout, I would assume, on that. So once again, another sellout for night. So I have about a half a dozen items that are unique, that are special, that are one-time only. Oh, and by the way, of course, I forgot, sorry. The dime, of course, comes in the red oak presentation box. I mean, why wouldn't it?
Done and done.
Yeah. So the dime comes like that. So it's going to come, I mean, right there. Yeah. So there's the dime, SP69PL, only $99.95, only 929 in the world. We've got them right here. It is unique to this set. This SP69PL dime is unique to the Explore and Discover set. That's why I did the dime. Traditionally, I'd like to do the Kennedy, but the Kennedy, they made other proof Kennedy after all. So I could certify this from the Explore and Discover set, being the rarest Kennedy ever done by the United States government, by provenance. I get that, I could do that, but the dime is special. So what I wanted to do was certify the most special coin, and we did it from first day of issue. And like I said, the key to this is SP69PL Explore and Discover set that you're going to have right there. Yeah, you wouldn't confuse this with another coin, because it would be just regular mint state. Like those quarters that we saw, a regular quarter, never really released into circulation out of original government packaging in essence, or mint state 65, mint state 66 at the highest grade. SP69PL is a very special coin in its own right. Dimes that are proof-like in any way, shape, or form. Remember, proof is not a condition, but a method of manufacture. So this coin isn't a proof coin. A proof coin's made differently. It's struck multiple times at higher pressures. Those are proof coins, okay? But you can have uncirculated coins that are incredibly high grade, what we call proof-like. And the fact that they weren't struck multiple times at higher pressure, but it's one of the first couple of coins, you know, the first bunch of coins off of a single die. So that'll give you, before the die starts to wear, can give you those proof-like surfaces that you're going to have. Then you have a coin that is fully struck. You have a coin that doesn't have any damage to it because, you know, it's not exactly protected in the book. So the SP69PL, now understand, they did 50,000 sets. We bought about 20%. We probably bought 10,000 sets to ensure that we get 929 of the SP69PL dimes. I had a penny set where, because the penny planchet, we had those certified. I think those were also $99.95. Those may well be sold out. And then I have the dime, specially like this as well, only 929 sets for worldwide distribution. Of course, 100% exclusive to us here.
I got to tell you, here's the thing. I've been wanting to get my nephew into coin collecting.
Right here.
But go figure, a 10-year-old is not watching Coin Collector at 2 o'clock in the morning. At least we hope not. But, you know, and unless I'm there to kind of explain what I've heard you say, it's going to be kind of lost on his generation. This, I'm telling you right now, if I get this for Hunter, I have to get one for my niece. I have to. That's why I think one of the reasons they're selling out so quickly is, you know, Grandma, Grandpa, you know, if you're getting it for one in the family, you better be getting it for all of them.
You got to get them for everybody.
You really do.
And if you're going to get something for a young collector to get them going, that's why these books were made. Now, like I said, if it was just the regular coin, it'd just be, you know, a great little present, you know, get them from the mint, that's fine, you know, do whatever. But the fact that they, and like I said, the rocket ship coin, the rocket ship set was, like I said, it was a little kiddie set. It was $10. Had a $50, had a Native American dollar, whatever.
Right.
You know, we get the coin and realize, okay, the $10.50 SP69PL. Okay, now we sell it for $179.95. NGC 69s are $400 to $800. Because it's special out of the rocket ship. And then you just don't get these SP69, these SP69PLs, they just don't exist out there. And so the same thing with the dime, except in the SP69PLs, it's not $179 or $399, $99.95, and you get all the other coins. You understand, this coin, like I said, that's $10 coin, that's $10 coin, that's about a $3 coin. So by the time you add in the penny planchet, that's at least $10 right there. By the time you put in, so you got about, you know, $30, $40 breakup value in the Explore and Discover set, and it comes with, check this out, so it comes with the activity book, making coins, it's how you make coins, those are coin dies right there, that's what a coin die looks like. So you do that, and then you got all the other things right here, and they call it their Meet the Mighty Minters right there. And here's the differences in the different coins, the 8 differences here and here. So you find all these things, and all that comes with it. This is the coin starter kit and activity book. But the key is well, it's a kiddie set. They put an adult coin in it. Is really what they did. They put an actual, real, collectible, desirable, amazing coin in it. We had it certified in its absolute best grade, still considered perfect. There are no SP7. 0, just like the Kennedy rocket ships, no 70s, 0. Put it in the Red Oak presentation box, and we're going to give you the balance of the set as well for only $99.95.
Yeah, and for $33.32 on your credit card. I mean, that's the other thing that's remarkable about that. I mean, Mike definitely would not have had to do that flex pay. I mean, honest to goodness. I have to say, there's a lot of what you do that impresses me, but maybe it's because I've been on the prowl for something like this specifically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have. It's just like, this is just, it hits out all those bases, but in particular, that kind of like hidden gem of the collection. I mean, that just makes it all worthwhile right there.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And that's what I love when the United States government surprises us. They give us that little, like this, the Great American Treasure Hunt. There they are, the West Point minted. Look at this, the West Point minted quarters. They warned us about these. They've been releasing them randomly into circulation. Kids, adults, everybody. Look for the W minted coins, the West Point minted coins. If you get a Mint State 65, it's $100. If you get a Mint State 66, it's $249. What do you say, Allison? We're less than 300 on the 65s now? Or less than 300 available. Will absolutely, positively, 100% sell out in prime time tonight. How many we have on the 66s? 82 remaining. We're half sold out. We are half sold out on the Mint State 66s at $249. Highest available grade. I've heard there's Mint State 67s. I've not seen them.
Okay.
I know there's no 68s. I know there's no 69s. I know there's no 70s. And like I said, the longer they go, and this is early find. That means these are coins that have been found and put in for certification within the first 30 days. It's the only way you're eligible for the early find quarters. Adds incredibly to the value and collectability. This is special. The only West Point minted quarters ever done by the United States government. They've been randomly inserted into circulation by the United States Mint. Like I said, the great American treasure hunt, folks. But unless you want to go through a couple million quarters, I'd just call in and get the 66 or the 65
a whole lot
right
easier,
here.
right? Plus, you know exactly what you're getting. That's one of the real advantages to shopping with the coin collector here at HSN too. I mean, it really is, you know, it's what you're looking at. I mean, no, you know, hidden opportunities here where you're wondering, okay, what did I really get myself into? All right, 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. We have just a few more moments left in this show. Remember, Mike is back with the whatever is left.
Well, some new stuff.
Okay, sounds good. Speaking of new.
This is, look, we saw a lot of coins that are new. I mean, like I said, the West Point minted quarters. I got the presidential dollars. I did our Memorial Day Mint State 70, Silver Eagle, very cool. We had all this stuff, but I'm going to go back a little bit. Okay. I want to go back to a bygone era, if we will. The United States government started making the Morgan silver dollar in 1878. And in 1921, as you see right here, they ended the series, the final year of issue of the Morgan silver dollar. I'm gonna move this back, sorry guys. I gotta try to, like I said, the studio lights, there we go. So they make the last Morgan silver dollar in 1921. They made it at 3 mints. They made it at Philadelphia, they made it at Denver, and they made it at San Francisco. You're going to get all 3 of them, the P, the D, and the S, for $459.95. The key to this is Mint State 64. Is Mint State 64, an incredibly high grade. The vast majority of Mint States of Morgan silver dollars are circulated.
Okay.
So we're talking about Mint State 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, right in there. Then you get a very few of them are what we call uncirculated. I'm going to flip this one over so you can see the reverse of the coin. Are what are called uncirculated coins. But in the uncirculated, most of the Morgan silver dollars are Mint State 60, 61, 62, even 63. By the time you get to Mint State 64, you've got true rarity. You've got true rarity. Because what you have now is what we call conditional rarity. And by conditional rarity, what I mean by that is this coin is exceptionally rare by condition. So the United States government made a fair number of ththese Morgan silver dollars. I think the 1921 Ps, what did they make? Oh goodness, I think they made 165 million of them.
Okay.
They made 100 million of them. In Mint State 64, there's a couple of thousand. Okay, you know, there's 5,000, there's 10,000 coins out of the literally 100 million coins because they just didn't survive in that condition. They were heavily circulated. I mean, you could play slot machines in Vegas. This is what they used for slot machines in Vegas until the 60s. They used these, and you can tell the old slot machine Morgans because they're just basically sandblasted, worn clean, and that's what millions and millions and millions of them went to that. So then you're going to get the Philadelphia Mint. And you get the San Francisco Mint, which is very cool. But the key to this set is down here, is the Denver minted coin. This one right here, the D. Because they made a lot of Morgan silver dollars. They started in 1878. They made them a lot of different places. They made them at Philadelphia. They made them at San Francisco. They made them in New Orleans. They made them in Carson City. But they made it at the Denver Mint 1 year and 1 year only. That's it. Only in 1921. That is the final year of issue, and it is the only Denver minted Morgan silver dollar out of all of the coins that they ever made. I'm going to flip this one over too, and if you look right between the D and the O in dollar, Right there, there's a little tiny itty bitty D.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
For the Denver Mint. And look at that. It's like they used a little micro, teeny tiny die to make that. You can barely see it.
Yeah.
Right there, that little itty bitty teeny tiny D. The Denver Mint, that is the only Denver minted Morgan silver dollar ever made by the United States government. Now, given that this is the very first one that they made, very difficult to get in high grade.
Okay.
It's a common coin for Morgan silver dollars, but not in this grade. So Morgan silver dollars can be somewhat easy to get, all right? But not in this grade. So what they do is they say you buy the best grade you can afford. Now, if I take this thing up to a Mint State 65, one grade higher, I'm looking at, the D alone is probably a $3,000 coin.
Wow.
Because it becomes extraordinarily difficult to get in Mint State 65. Anything above that is really one of the great American rarities. I want to look in here. So the nationally advertised catalog. So they've got these. They don't even list the coins. The Denver or the San Francisco, they don't even have them in uncirculated. And when they're talking about uncirculated, they have Mint State 60.
Okay.
Not even graded, they're just saying it's an uncirculated coin. Their Mint State 60 21p is $110. In extra fine condition, which is Mint State 45,
Okay.
they're $100 a piece.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm literally 20 grades higher at Mint State 64 for basically the same price. About $129 or $149 a coin is what we're looking at here. And then we have the fantastic red oak presentation box that holds the entire set. They made them at no other mints. It was only Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So this is a complete final year of issue of the Morgan silver dollar and the only Denver minted Morgan silver dollar ever made. So from 1878 to 1921, the United States government made over 1 billion Morgan silver dollars. Some of the great rarities in the American coin series are Morgan silver dollars.
Yeah, you're right.
The 1895 was recently an 1895 proof, a very high grade, I think sold 385,000, something like that. So some of the grades, 93S is about in highest grade 93S is, I don't know, about a $700,000 coin, $800,000 coin, something like that. So some of the great rarities that the United States government has ever made. 79cc, you know, when you look at all these great, Ed 91cc, some of the great American rarities, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, but there's one Denver Mint. There's one Denver Mint. There's this coin. It is the only one that the United States government ever made at the Denver Mint, and I've got it in the absolute highest affordable grade, the highest affordable grade. So we're basically $139.95 if you count in any of the value at all on the red oak presentation box. That as a standalone coin, I could sell all that I wanted in the D's or the P's
Sure.
or the S's if we did them individually. I've never offered this as a set before. I've got my own individual and exclusive label on this. This final year of issue that you're going to have. I did this great little red, white, and blue that you're going to have with that. So you're going to have these stunning original Morgan silver dollars. Remember, these are not reprinted, restruck, or redone in any way, shape, or form because what you've got is 100% original coins. And the thing is while they made a lot of 1921s, the vast majority of them went right into circulation. The vast majority of them were used up. The vast majority of them were melted, as a matter of fact. And that was a real issue that you had under the Pittman Act. I mean, I think they melted 321 million Morgan silver dollars in the Pittman Act is what they did. So the coins that remain tend not to be high grade, particularly the Denver minted coin. This is the entire series. Because you have to understand, by 1921, they started making the peace dollar in 1921 as a commemorative coin from that as well. So you've got that entire situation with this. The very last year of one of the king of American coins and the only year that they made it in the Denver Mint. We have got them all right here. Highest possible grade. Like I said, at $139 a coin, I mean, well, by the time you figure in the box there, absolutely spectacular collector opportunity. First time I've ever done the entire set, and particularly in this grade.
Well, and unbelievably limited too. In fact, at this point, they're a little over 200, and that is it. And I know we've been saying it throughout the show. I mean, I would not wait, because there are a lot of you who, watch Mike, jot down the information, and then call and watch later. So you're coming back a little bit later tonight.
Yeah, 8 p.m. I'm gonna stroll on in here and see what we got left.
Yeah, no kidding.
Doesn't look like any of the West Point Minute quarters, but other than that, we may have a few things left.
I always look to see what you have. You got some new things too. I know you're saved for prime time. Thank you, Mike. Hey, actually, you're going to see me again coming up next. An encore look at our today's special. Look for Mike at 8. I'll see you back here with Samantha Brown on Sunday night as well.
Even though I haven't seen my darling friend Aaron Berger for a while, I had to hog this all to myself. Okay, I actually must scold Aaron, because a few weeks ago, I bought my gold HP.
You did.
I spent more money.
You bought gold, right?
I did.
That's what I thought.
And I didn't get AMD. And I didn't get Smart Friend. I mean, he's my smart friend, but everybody who buys this tonight gets a smart friend. Plus, I was just telling Aaron about my latest bruises. So it also includes